This is Mike Hampton coming to you for the first Team Tsunami Blaze training here with Charles Andrade. He's the first Team Tsunami leader, and Raul Gonzalez Jr. What we're going to talk about tonight is why Penny Matrix and Explosion with Team Tsunami and specifically Team Blaze is going to be awesome for anyone to be involved with. First of all, we have Tracy Davison, who is been involved in the direct sales industry for so many years, ever since he was about 10 years old, and he was able to bring in 222,000 people with just uh, 50 something recruits so far. So, uh, in a past MLM that he did, but now he has actually developed a call center that is cycling up to 10,000 people in the call center, and they're going to be able to help us to grow our businesses. Charles, go ahead and share some about Tracy.
Okay, so Tracy Davison was born into network marketing. He's been in it since he was 10 years old when his parents were in Amway, so since 1976. And since then, I actually just found out today, he actually ran for office twice in the USA. He ran for Lieutenant Governor of Colorado in 2006. He didn't win, but he has a huge passion for helping people, and he has a gift for advancing the network marketing concept, the structure of how network marketing can be done to create fast and profitable organizations. So he was part of a company called Zeek Rewards that actually was closed down by the FTC because of something called a compounder interest program. But in that company, he grew a downline of 222,000 people in 2.5 years, and he was making $70,000 American a week. So it was actually very, very profitable for him. But since then, he was like, well, what am I going to do with the money I made from there now that the company's closed? So he found Penny Matrix. And not only that, he started dating a wonderful lady named Nacelle in the Philippines. So he moved to the Philippines. She's great, actually. She basically is the heart and soul of what we're doing. She does more things than you could ever know, and we are so happy to have her on board. Without her, this would never be possible. And so when he moved to the Philippines, he actually started doing some call center work last year, and maybe a little bit end of the year in 2011. But nothing really took off. Nothing was really big. Like one of our contacts there has been in the game for almost 20 years, and he grew a call center to hundreds of people. That's it. So Tracy was like, can I marry my expertise in network marketing with that of the call center? And he started to think, oh, well, can I actually apply that so that people could buy recruits at a very cheap level for their downline and Penny Matrix? Other people sell signups. One of them is for an Empower Network signup at $25, and it costs you $300 per signup. And other signups that are offered are for explosive team builds, but it only helps the people on top. So even if you buy four for $100, after they grow past a certain point, you never ever receive them. So you'll be spending your $100 plus fees to basically never get anything. So what we've done here is we are going to have 10,000 call center agents being able to recruit 50,000 paid members, paid recruits, not leads, paying members into your Penny Matrix downline every single day. And what we've created here right now is this amazing organization on the front end, at the very top of just over 1,000 online network marketers that has created 4 power legs below Tracy. Those people together have ordered 7,500 paid signups. So we are actually doing a launch process, not an actual launch. So I don't know if Team Blaze is aware of this. I just found out. So this is what's going to happen between now and the time we have our 10,000 paid signups entered into the system. So number one, the PinoyRecruiters.com website. Sorry, my phone still rings even after I close it. Hold on, it rings 4 times. Once more. Are we good? Okay. Oh, not good yet. Sorry. Okay, I wish I could delete that, but I can't. So, the Pinoy's Recruiter website is the first step on your path to getting your paid signups. So what's going to happen is you cannot access the site unless an agent registers you. So one of the agents, so Jonas or Romy or Nona, one of them is going to be contacting you for all of your information. Okay? So when they ask for this, it's basically they're going to be creating an account for you in PinoyRecruiters.com. This is going to be your first step towards getting your paid signups. So you are then going to direct them to who is in your downline that in Penny Matrix so that they can also contact them and put them into the system. And this is because the agent's responsibility is 3 things. 1 is to recruit 5 new people every day. 2 is to establish that the people that you've recruited have been sponsored by who you say they have, and to make sure that everything is fair, especially for them on the tracking side. The website is going to do a lot of this work for us once the site is launched. So that's good. And number 3, they are there to create your account in PinoyRecruiters.com. If you have an issue with the website ever, you're going to go to your agent. That's their responsibility. Okay? Now, in terms of the agents becoming paid members and staying with us long term, this is how it's going to work. So Philippines has strict laws on forcing your employees to pay a membership fee to become an employee. So what Tracy is going to do, he met with his attorney all weekend, and they figured out this way to do it. So we have to ensure that all of our call center agents continue to pay because of one reason alone. It isn't to make money off them and all that kind of stuff. It's because we need viable, real proof from their own accounts for when we target people in the third world so that they know that these people have actually accumulated this kind of wealth. So if an agent comes on board and has been with us for 2 months, then they could say, look, I joined 2 months ago, I've created $200 a month income for a $7 investment. It took me this much time, blah, blah, blah. And that is what it's going to sell like crazy for us, right? So I did say before we were going to cap it at 10,000 call center agents. That's actually wrong. It's actually incorrect. It's a lot better. It gets a lot better. So I was asked not to release everything all at once, and now that we're getting closer to the launch process starting, it actually started today already. Now you can know more about what's going to happen. It's a lot of good nuggets coming up. This is going to blow your mind. Okay, so as you well know, our target market right now are English speakers. So that means half of the world's population are not part of our target market. Half of the world that doesn't speak English falls into our target red zone for first and third world. So what's going to happen is we're going to start with these 11,111 agents. So that's 10,000 call center agents, 1,000 team leaders, 100 directors, 10 VPs, and 1 president. And then over the next 6 to 8 months, we're going to be rolling out identical 10,000 person agents for each of the other 9 top languages in the world. So we're going to have 100,000 call center agents that all are going to be targeting hitting the 50 million mark in Penny Matrix, which is crazy. We're talking Russian, Chinese, some of the Indian languages, Arabic, Portuguese, Spanish. It's going to get crazy. So he's purposely made this offer, and I actually asked him because I wanted to franchise in Mexico. Someone else asked. He's already on top of it, and he's going to do it before anyone else. He's going to have complete market share in these areas. So you, luckily enough, in Team Blaze, or Tsunami Blaze, have the opportunity to join us when we only have 1,200, whatever it is, members. And we know we're adding these 50 million. With 10,000 agents, it was possible to do by the end of next year. With 100,000, it's inevitable. Okay? So, I don't, if anything, if there's anything to take away from today's session, it's definitely that. Is this going to happen? Yes. Are we launching now? Yes. Are you going to make a ridiculous amount of money by October, November? Yes.
Yes.
Is your matrix going to be filled? Everybody in the top 25,000 people will have their matrices filled. We have 58 levels right now that have people on it. It's going to extend down to the 512th level, so it won't be a complete, diamond shape or whatever. It's going to be all different oblong shapes, but people all the way down to the 512th level, straight out of Tracy Davis's mouth, will have the ability to have a complete matrix. All right. Now, I talked to him for 3 hours, so I have a lot of information in my head right now. I'm just going to leave it there for now and let Mike and Raul continue.
All right, sorry about that. My computer wasn't plugged in and it just completely died twice. Having trouble with the adapter. Anyways, Raul, go ahead and share some about what you've been doing to promote Penny Matrix and everything.
Well, sure, Mike. Well, first off, Charles, that's outstanding information, and I did hear a rumor about India. I don't know if I should be releasing that, but that just coincides with everything you're saying. That 10 other languages around the world. Now, India speaks English as well, like the Philippines, but that's exciting news to be at the beginning of it all. And I had one question to ask. It's just a logistical thing. So an agent that's in Pinoy, when they're kind of their duty is to bring in 5 a day, or that's their daily thing is to bring 5 a day. Now they're in their own ebook business, and they have a link for that. Now, but they're also receiving orders to fulfill for other people's business. So how does that logistically work? Are they bringing in the 5 under their own business, or are they bringing in 5 additional on the side to their own business and filling in the orders? Can you answer on that one?
Okay, so first of all, we know that as normal people, recruiting anything more than 1 or 2 people a day is a good day, right? So for them to recruit 5, people are like, well, is that even possible? So let me just address that first. So Tracy's building a dedicated private sales funnel that's going to be used to convert traffic, that I'll explain in a bit, into the Penny Matrix. They will be fulfilling orders that do not live in their matrix. It's going to be for whoever orders those signups. The call center agents will fulfill those signups for other people. They may live under them, they may not. But they are going to be highly encouraged to do a couple things. One, they're going to be recruiting beyond those 5 after they get home from work and on weekends. And they're going to have all the mechanisms and the sales funnel to do so. So they're not going to be, they're going to have complete access after they finish work. Now, I do know this is going to happen. We're going to have a few people that are really good, and they're going to be able to get more than 5 signups in a day. So where do you think those people are going to go? And if they had their choice, if between those 7, they're obviously going to put the best ones underneath them, I'm guessing. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. I'm just guessing that's the way it's going to be. Tracy already knows that he actually mentioned it today, that they're going to bring in more than 5. And that's fine. He wants everyone to make money, including his agents. He's not going to be a tight owner and control freak. As long as they fulfill their requirement of 5 recruits, they're going to be fine. But remember, they also have other jobs to do. So they're going to be fact-checking and doing a lot of entering into the database, all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah, so that's it.
Okay. To address Mike's first thing, he said, how am I building? Well, I've assembled my team, and I've recruited, about 5 on my personal, and though, from there I branched out on my matrix. And what I'm doing now is just helping my team when they have someone that comes to the table and they want to sign up. I kind of walk them through the process if they're not familiar how to do it. And so it's just now trying to make sure that my team is getting there too. And because you do want to at least have 2 to get started, because you're going to make, if you fill out the matrix, $19,500 a month. If you have your own matrix and your top 2 people, all with fulfilled matrices. And your top two people, they are one step behind you as far as if you're committed to filling out your own matrix, those two are one level behind you to filling out theirs. And so they're basically lockstep with you all the way. And that's why you want your two people that are kind of close to you to be at your first top two. And so that's where I'm at now. I'm just helping out as where I can, because a lot of people I brought in have never done a business like this. They don't know about internet marketing as well as maybe other circles we've run in, because there are a lot of family members who are like, well, I just trust that this is going to work and do well, and so I'm just doing my best to lend a hand to them and get them started. So everybody's real excited about it, and the anticipation is great. And one thing I can say about Tracy Davison is I also have been looking at a lot of his old videos, and he's a civil liberties activist, and he believes in that worldwide, and he aligned with something like that, because I believe in that as well. I believe personal freedoms, and and that's what he wants. He wants to grow a team around him that's going to be able to be activists in that, to help people around the world that are maybe oppressed or whatever, or free people from different and that's definitely aligns with my thoughts and my values. And I had to work with someone like him, and Nicelle, his lovely girlfriend. I've been talking to her as well on messaging. So I'm real excited, and I'll turn it back over to Mike and Charles here.
Well, Raul, just congratulations again for how quickly you started to build a team. I mean, I know it's only a $7 program, but you're helping so many of your family members to get started in something that's going to grow into something huge. And he's definitely my right-hand man for sure. One of the other things I want to talk about too, I don't know if Charles had, was about just the $7 program being a gateway for the Explosial program, because once someone sees that they are making money, or at least have a downline starting to build, then they'll begin to trust you. And that's what's starting to happen with me, is people are seeing that I've actually got a downline building in Penny Matrix. So I'm starting to get signups into Explosial, which is our secondary program, and it's just a good feeling to be able to have someone to trust you from, starting to build a downline, with the Penny Matrix and stuff, and actually helping to people in more than one program. Do you have anything to add, Charles?
Yeah, that was really good, Mike. Okay, so it's basically, that's exactly right. We are using Penny Matrix as an intro point to create a list of buyers for Explosial. Originally, our plan was to really make more money from Explosial and then use the profits from there to buy more paid signups for Penny Matrix from our call center. But now we're realizing that we can actually make a lot of money in both. And it's really important when you're doing any online biz, is to diversify your income streams, because you don't know what's going to happen with either company, and we actually want to diversify into more streams of income as we make a lot more profits in the first two companies. Okay, so I will have more information about which companies those are. I know we will be doing some additional companies with Tracy. We'll be working on our own online MLM ourselves. All right, so let me give you an example of why we work with Penny Matrix and Explosial. So Mike was actually my first paid sign up, which is awesome. Hi, Mike. Wicked. So I got lucky. I got a good first paid sign up. So he actually already bought into Explosial. So when I bought my first group of paid signups, it cost me $500 for 50. So I've only gone in one so far, because our call center was just in a pilot phase. It is opening very soon. It actually launched already. Hi, Ian. And so it cost me $500. But when I upsold Mike into Explosial, immediately I created a $118 a month income stream every month. And then he signed up Raul, who also joined in at $118 a month every month. So just after 2.5 months, I will have recouped my $500 expense for buying the $500 worth of paid signups. So imagine if I even converted, half of my paid signups into Explosial. I'm looking at a huge windfall of profits that I could use to buy, $1,000 worth of paid signups, and then get even more people, and then upsell them again into Explosial, make even more money, and then buy, 500 paid signups. I keep on cycling that until I'm making $70,000 a week in Explosial and $50,000 a month in Penny Matrix. So I have two massive streams of income, and that is not inconceivable in the short term based on the results we've seen so far. Almost all of the test pilot cases of people that have joined us as paid signups have joined Explosion as Platinum. Almost all. Because they believe that the call center works, because they were recruited by the very call center, and they know they are high quality, so their faith in it is extremely good, just like what Mike has experienced and now what I have experienced by being my first paid sign up. All right. That being said, all of that is crucial to our plan because we want to live in many places. But timing here, and I know everyone probably says this, but I actually mean it. Timing here is very crucial. Our call center launch process has already started. As soon as those first wave of 10,000 paid signups have been entered into the system, so all of us are on pnrecruiters.com, and those paid signups have been entered, and we now have this massive downline, the chance of being an early bird is now done. And you want to be an early bird. This is where you have the highest percentage chance in the lowest amount of time to fill up your matrix and all of your people's matrices. A full matrix pays you $6,500 a month. If you have 50 paid signups, or in Raul's case, a lot more, then you do the math. You can make a retirement level income within 2 years of working with us at Penny Matrix, and this is just our first 2 stops. We already have, our next 10 stops planned out, but one thing at a time. It's important to focus and get these 2 working. Right? We don't want to deviate from that plan. I do have other side projects that I work on, and those are only snapshot projects that last like a month or 2, just to have a little bit of fun on the side. But that's not really part of what we're talking about. So let's get back to it. I'm just showing you that there's an ambiance here, and we created a plan that has eliminated the need for recruiting unless you want to, and because we eliminated the need for it, it makes it easier to recruit. You would be crazy not to bring in everyone that you know right now. And when I say it like that to anyone that I talk to, guess what? They join. I don't even have to go into the numbers. They can tell that we have something amazing here. Okay, go ahead, Mike.
Oh yeah, I mean, like anyone not buying signups right now is crazy. I know everybody on this panel has bought paid signups so far, and it's just good to be able to know that there's going to be income coming in, and not having to. I mean, recruiting is awesome, but when you know that you don't actually have to recruit to make money in the future, then it makes things so much easier to be able to talk to friends and family, or people that you meet, and they're like, what? You could actually buy paid signups where people are going to come into your organization? It's like, yeah. And these people aren't, these people aren't just going to like sit there and sit back. Like, I'm not going to name anybody else's that you have to pay $300 for one sign up for, but you don't you don't know if they're actually going to recruit or be successful in that one. But with the amount of signups that we are ordering right now, not only as a team, as Team Blaze, but in Poseidon and Tsunami worldwide, it's just guaranteed, like it's gonna just explode. And I've really have enjoyed working with these guys right here, because these are some of my better friends now, and I've been able to actually bring in family members and friends that I never have been able to bring in before, just because of the concept of Team Tsunami and how it's working and everything, and just the excitement behind it is so awesome. Raul, do you have anything to add so far?
Yeah, yeah, I'm very excited too about everything that's going on, and the timing is right now because, like Charles was saying, the 10,000 agents are just now coming online. The website is finalizing, and so you're going to be able to track all the people that you're bringing in, and it's just going to be quite. It's going to make a major mark on the world internet marketing. People are going to hear about us worldwide, and the fact that we're at the very top of it. I mean, if you're watching this and thinking about it, you better stop thinking about it. Just join. What I'll talk about just for a second is the product, and that's just the kind of legal side of me. Is like I want to let people know, and I know more about Penny Matrix than Explosive just yet. And so with Penny Matrix, I had one person say to me, you know, I can't find a book I like in her yet, and I said, well, there's quite a bit still, and as a brand, relatively new company, they're less than a year old. They started, they have a library of books that they started with, and a lot of them are the classics like Charles Dickens and different books like that. But what is exciting about it, and I let her know about this, that members are able to upload their own personal ebooks that they've written. And so, even Mike wrote a book, he's already uploaded in the system. So it's almost like an Amazon.com in that sense that you as a member are able to upload your book and have it sold on the platform as well and make a commission. And so the library over time will just grow really big and you'll have a wide selection there. And so, but you got to start somewhere. So we got a lot of the classics in there. And it's a value for somebody to come in and, buy all the classics they want, or not all they want. You get 11 to start with right now and one new one a month. And so that's I mean, I don't know if I should have been an attorney in real life, but that's that and me that I want to talk about the product, that it's a real product we're selling. People go on Netflix to watch movies and TV shows. That's a digital product as well, and there's value there. I do it all. I watch Netflix a lot, and so I know the value of it. And so our ebook club is a real product that people are able to download a book and read it on their laptop or on their they can transfer it to their device and read that way. So that's just that side of me that I like to talk about that. But I like to welcome Ian to the group. He just joined us out from the East Coast. Ian, do you want to say anything to the team?
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I was on the earlier team training, the Poseidon training, but I'm glad to be on this training also. I look forward to um, this thing taking off and for me to recruit more people. Actually, recruit people, get more paid signups, and just for all of us to flourish in this business.
Great.
All right, awesome. Hey, and here's Trent with those awesome branded headphones now.
Nice
Hey,
headphones,
welcome,
Trent.
Trent. Welcome.
Hello, world. How we doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Yeah, just got off work. Yay.
Oh.
All right.
So, Charles, let's go into what to say when you're talking to someone to introduce to your upline sponsor. So to be able to like set them up properly, so that they know a little bit of what to actually to tell them, so that they don't come in cold.
Okay, so we call it edifying your sponsor or edifying your upline, which means before I actually come into the room or you go into the room for talking with your person in the group chat or in a hangout, you want to say, okay, so I want to bring in my upline. His name is, so let's just say it's myself, Charles Andrade. It's the first Team Tsunami leader. He's actually working with almost everyone in the organization, so his time is precious, and he wants to come here and show you what we're doing. He knows basically everything that we've done since the beginning and worked on all the different pieces of Team Tsunami. So say your person was edifying you, Mike, they'd be like, yes, so I'm better bring Mike into this conversation. He's one of the first paid signups in the organization, and he's gone all in the business. He's one of the co-founders of our sub-team, Tsunami Blaze. He's been doing this from almost the beginning, right? So that's how you want to kind of set the stage so that your prospect knows that they're talking to someone with clout, someone that knows what they're doing, that is already intertwined into the ambiance of what we are. And then as you guys start to get more payment proofs, then you can start to use that as backup in the conversation. Because one of the most common questions is, have you been paid? How much?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone wants to know. So, for example, I have those numbers prepared. I made $26.10 in June for Penny Matrix. I made $117.30 in July. And they're like, oh, no way. Boom, here's my proof. Boom, here's my proof.
Right.
This is what I've done so far in August. This is what I've done in
Because that-
Explosial. This is how much I made in Platinum Explosial. These are all my leads. These are all the people I've attracted to my lead capture page. Have all those things ready so that if you have someone that's worthy, a team leader, I would ask, I want proof. If they're really good, they're gonna ask for a lot of proof. Right? That's usually a good sign that they know what they're talking about. Right? You want to avoid conversations that go like, I'll show you my business if you show me yours. Because those almost always end up in nothing happening. You're in like the neutral zone, stalemate. What's better to do, and I know I've told you guys before, is go, look, I know you're really busy with your business. I'm really really busy with mine. Can we just put those two things aside right now? So for you guys, it would be Empower Network, or for me, it's Global Wealth Trade. Even though I'm not really, it's obviously my 100-year plan, but it's not my focus right now because I'm doing Team Tsunami full time, more than full time, like 20 hours a day. Crazy.
What the hell is going on?
So,
What is going on? Just read the name. That's it. Now just throw my phone back. No, don't read it.
I know, dude. Chill.
What is going on, dude?
No, but yeah, I've had some experience with edifying in offline companies when I was doing offline network marketing, and you always want to say like, his time's precious, and that gets them like amped up. Like he doesn't have a lot of time, but he can spare 20 minutes, and that's a good way to get people to definitely like buy into the fact that you have a leader that's gonna help out or lead y'all.
yeah, make sure you train your downline to only bring in your upline when you have serious prospects, not when you have someone that's saying, I can't come up with $7 or whatever. Because please understand, you're going to be in this exact same spot. Literally, since we started this hangout, I've gotten 16 messages, right? And I still haven't answered at least a dozen from before that. And you guys will get there too, right? So you only want to help people that are serious. And you'll find the people that are very serious and respect your time, so when you come, it's actually useful. They're the people that will become your team leaders. Okay? So it's very, very important, even if you don't have 10, I don't have 10 yet, right? That you think about who these people are going to be. I'm really focusing on this a lot because we need it badly. It's the only way we're going to grow properly. So Mike, I don't know if your team leaders will be Ian, Raul, Trent, whoever, Rachel, whatever. But as you start to grow your organization and you meet prospects along the way, try to figure out if they fall into this team leader category. Okay, so these are people that you can work with, people that you can trust, people that buy into our vision and are willing to put in the time to learn every single aspect of Explosion, Penny Matrix, call center, to participate in hangouts, all that kind of stuff. Now, this is also important. You know that people change over time. People get married, have kids, or they fall in love with jet skis, or gun is what, right? So your team leaders will shift from time to time. So understand that. So don't control people. You want to grow with people.
Right.
Just like I'm going to learn stuff from Mike, he's going to learn stuff from me. It's going to be the same symbiotic relationship with your 10. But if you set it up properly, you are still going to service the people within your organization, but the people you talk to the most, the people that will spread your information. So when I talk to Mike, he's going to spread the information to Ian. Ian's going to spread it to his people properly, but it's going to follow that sort of chain. Because it's one thing to make a video and post it, but when it comes from your team leader, you're going to listen because they're going to pound it home. Okay? Now, if we do that properly, we're going to have the largest, tightest, most fun organization ever built in the history of the world. The largest one before us was Avon, that only has 3 million paying members, and we're going to beat that by Christmas. So as of Christmas, Tracy Davison's going to be the #1 network marketer in terms of size of team ever. Ever. And he's like, Charles, if you stay with me, you listen to what I say, you're going to be in the top 100 list within a year. In the world, ever. Which means that you guys are right there. Mike is my first generation. We're right at the very top of this massive organization that's starting. And when you listen to how I'm speaking, there's no hype here. I'm not selling you anything. This is happening. We've created the infrastructure properly over the last 6 months. And the launch process, Trent missed it. The launch process started tonight.
Really?
Yes. So what's going to happen? We can rewatch this video. It will explain.
Okay.
So between now and September 1st, we are going to be adding everyone into the client database. Then paid signups will be fulfilled, and it's going to start to grow. And then early bird status will be gone, and we'll be into regular member status. I have a lot more information. I talked to Tracy today for 3 hours, Trent, and there's a lot more to talk about. But this is Mike and your guys' show right now, so you guys go.
All right, I'll talk. Well, I like what you were saying, Charles, because how big the organization is going to grow to. You want the consistent message to filter down properly through the leaders. So as the leaders are identified, everybody's going to be speaking the same message, and duplication will just be real tighter, like you said. So I'm just glad to be hanging out with Charles here, and he's telling us the right things to say because, we all can develop the speech, and it's no pitch, but it's just being able to say it the right way and then teach it, and it'll stay tight.
Yeah, it's been awesome to just be able to work with Charles so far and have him actually to help because, there's so many times you have a sponsor that lets you down or doesn't treat you right or something like that because they've been tons of leaders out there that don't give their people the time, and I know that some of them actually are way, way, way too busy to be able to spend time individually with every single person because they have so many on their team. But that's what's great about us right now is that we are smaller in size and actually have the time to spend with people to help them to succeed until we grow massively in the next 6 months and blow everybody else out of the water.
And Mike, it comes down to what me and Raul were talking about earlier. It's like Penny Matrix and the whole vision of Tracy. It's built with integrity. There's no hype and there's nothing fake. So, and you see a lot of other things that are turning that way to where they're top feeding companies. And this thing that we're in, our team, our vision with Penny Matrix is, it's about team building, and it's been built with integrity, and it needs to stay that way so people can jump in and have faith, even though it's only $7 a month. People obviously can see that this is bigger than that, so they won't treat it like a $7 a month opportunity. It's all built with integrity and truth and justice. So I think that's a cool thing.
Raul?
Yes, absolutely, and that's why I'm excited to be a part of it. Is just because everything is being checked out. Tracy and Michelle were meeting with their attorneys the last few days to make sure that everything's going to start and run smoothly. And so, there's the laws of their country. There's the law. There's also the companies based in the United States and Tennessee, Penny Matrix. And so I'm sure that they want to be in compliance with everything that's about to happen. And so the fact that if you're watching this in August of 2013, whoever brought you on this, you need to take action and get started with them because it's about to happen. And don't wait till somebody shows you the results. If you just $7 is not that much to risk or invest to get started. There's going to be a big team of people with spillover. If you look at the Penny Matrix website, that it explains what the spillover means and how that happens. And because of all the leaders right now that have just ordered a bunch of signups to come in from Hanoi, Philippines, you're going to have a lot of spillover coming into the matrix and filling it out relatively quickly. And so we're looking, like Charles was saying, at the end of the month or the next several months, seeing a lot of activity going on there. And so, stick with us. We're going to lead you the right way. We're here for you guys, and we're excited that you're a part of Tsunami Team Blaze, or Tsunami Blaze, as Mike named it. So, but anyway, Charles, if you could just share a little bit more about your meeting with Tracy, if you don't mind, if there's any insights that we need to know about. I'm really interested. And of course, I need to go back and I'll watch your 3-hour video that you did earlier today. I haven't seen all of it yet. I started it about 20 minutes into it, so I'm excited about what there is there that maybe we could know about.
Okay, well, there's a few other things. Some people have been asking for Payza, so that they can use their credit cards to purchase online, so they have fraud protection in case of any security issues. So what is happening there is P9 Recruiters LLP, limited liability, is actually registered in the USA. So when Tracy went to create the Payza business account in the Philippines, they made him go through a lot of hoops. So he's just filling out all the paperwork, so it's being delayed. But the main central way to pay for paid signups once p9recruiters.com launches will be Payza. He's also going to have an online checking capability, and he's going to be integrating solid trust pay and some other things down the line. Merchant account will happen at some point. That'll be built right in, but he's still figuring all of that out. So that will be at least 6 months down the line. Okay. One thing that Trent did miss, I'm going to go over really quick, is that we're not just going to have 10,000 agents. I've been holding this back from you guys. We're actually going to have 100,000 agents. And it's going to be 10,000 per language, each of the top 10 languages in the world. Okay, so that officially was released today as part of our launch. So congratulations. This is how we're going to hit the 50 million for sure. It was possible with 10,000, but with 100,000, it's going to be very easy. Okay, so there are some other things. So he has 12 mechanisms for targeting, especially the third world and people that work from home in the United States and first world. Okay, so just from the third world, he's come up with all these ideas by himself. I gave him a few, and mine just weren't good enough. One of them was actually not too bad. But anyways, so this is going to be one of the things he's doing. And as the weeks progress, I'll tell you more and more. Okay? But this is really cool. So he's going to create a 60-minute contest where he's going to award the person that can recruit the most people into the contest itself within 1 hour. They're going to win 1 million pesos. So this is going to be a Philippines contest to start. 1 million pesos is $25,000 US, approx. It's going to cost him $25,000 US to set that up, all the banners and all that stuff. So for $50,000 US cost, he's going to create a contest that is duplicatable to create 1 million leads. But here's where it gets really cool. As the people are entering into the contest, they're going to be added into a 10,000 person rotator of the call center agents. So each one of the call center agents is going to have a list of 1 million divided by 10,000 of new recruits so that they always have fresh supply of leads for the paid signups. So they're going to go to these people in the contest and say, look, you just recruited 12 people in an hour to this free contest. Look how much money I made in the last 2 months in Penny Matrix. Imagine if you came to work with us and you recruited those 12 people per hour into the Penny Matrix where you lived. So that's one way he's going to generate more traffic. And then he's going to apply that same contest philosophy to all of the third world countries, Africa, Asia, Middle East, South America. So it's going to be constantly new supply of fresh leads that already know that they can recruit. Okay, and these people probably want to make money because in the third world. There's literally so many things he touched upon. Another thing is he's going to be launching, I think I told you guys before, GiveMe2hours.net. So a lot of places do not have access to the internet except through mobile phones and net cafes. So what he's going to do is he's going to set up a system so that if people in these places send us 2 people that join Penny Matrix, he's going to give them 2 hours in the net cafe. And not only that, he's going to build the net cafe owners into the Matrix. So they have extreme incentive to allow their patrons to use the net cafe to build Penny Matrix, which is awesome. Now, here's where things get even more fun. I mean, I can keep going, but I'll stop with this last one, okay? Each one of the call center agents, especially directors, team leaders, and above, are going to be highly encouraged and taught how to create their own team of agents. So, for example, the president will have their own team of 10 agents that don't live within the call center, their own 10 agents that they find and recruit into their Penny Matrix that's going to help them with the task load of running this massive organization. Each of the directors, the 100 directors, are going to be doing the same. So maybe each of them get 3 or 4. Based on how much money they're making, it will be very easy. They're going to be making the directors, $25,000 US a month, not including Penny Matrix. Right? The team leaders are going to be making $10,000 a month, not including Penny Matrix. Regular agents are going to be making American full-time salaries. They're going to be rich in the Philippines. So they're going to be able to create these teams below them. So our 10,000 Filipinos are actually going to be, 30,000. Now, remember, we have 100,000 people in the Millionaires Training Academy. So some of those people are going to be our feeder pool for the call center as people leave. So we're not just letting them sit there. They're going to be trained and ready to go. So they're going to be trainees. Okay? But he's going to have another layer for third world countries that are going to be below trainees. And these are the people that are going to come on board, and they're going to bring us a lot of people really quick. He had a name for it. I can't remember. It wasn't a very nice name. Bird flyer, or bird cage. I can't remember. Something bird. And they're basically going to make a lot of money really quick, and then they're going to burn out. But they're going to keep on consistently bringing us people, burn out. And then we're going to go to the next person, do the same thing. These people are going to be just there to bring us new phases. So it's going to be very grassroots, very guerrilla marketing, because the online world, although vast, there's only 1 million or 2 online network marketers. So that is going to be burned through by October. Right? So we need to think of new ways to go viral. And there's even more. There's another thing that we're working on. This is actually within Poseidon, not on the Tracy side. That one of the biggest problems, even for Tracy, is these people, their world, can't get access to the banks to get credit cards. They just don't have an experience with getting prepaid cards or anything like that. So what we want to do is we want to hook up with local businesses and give these people the opportunity to pay these local businesses. So say instead of $7 a month, it'd be $8 a month, and these businesses will manage their accounts for them using their computers. And these people will just continuously bring people, and they already do this for other businesses. We know that model works. So part of our strategy is to find these leaders in the third world that are already doing this, and then sell them the idea of, look, you can make even more money, look at our plan, right? Because if we can go viral in the third world, I mean, we're talking more than half the planet right there, right? So there are some other stats you need to know. 50 million people will be the maximum that will be entered into the Penny Matrix, and then he's going to shut it down. Okay? And here's the kind of the big news. So, sorry, I just got something in my eye. So let me turn the camera off. So here's the kind of big news. So I've been putting a lot of hours working with Tracy, and I've been trying to orchestrate everything that we've been working on. So he kind of gave me a reward today, and this is pretty big. This has been pretty awesome already, but it gets even bigger. He's tasked me with the homework of creating the third business that we're going to migrate into after our second one in September. So we're going to be building our own penny matrix that will be called something else. Maybe it'll be $10 or I don't know what yet. And all of you will have a front seat pass to that organization. Mike is my direct, so you can't really get any higher. And then we're going to have a pre-built downline controlled by Tracy, who will have the number one spot, so everyone will live in Tracy's matrix. So he's just going to transfer everyone all at one time into these additional companies. And then what I'm going to do is, once we have enough wealth being created, I'm going to create a penny matrix that's now $1,000 matrix or beyond, because we're all going to be able to afford it. So if you're making $6,500 a month at $7, you do the math if the buy-in's 1,000 or more. So welcome to Team Tsunami, everybody. This is just beginning. We have big, big plans. Thanks, guys.
Wow, that's just incredible, Charles, to know, that we're here for the long term, 20 years down the road that we can still be working together. Being your first paid sign up was just awesome. I remember that day when I was like sitting on my computer doing Hootsuite for a different business, and all of a sudden I get contacted by one of the call center agents, and I saw some videos. A couple were with Tracy in them and stuff, and everything I saw just made me more and more excited. And I was like, I've definitely got to do this. Got to be in. And then all of a sudden, I was introduced to Charles, and right after that, I went to Raul and I was like, dude, this is so awesome. You got to see these videos. So I just showed him the videos, and all of a sudden, Raul had already looked it up a couple days before that, and he was just telling me, like, I am in. So it was just awesome to be able to, I don't know what happened.
You're still here. We see you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd like to share a little bit on that, Mike.
Okay.
It's something else that how it all happened. I was searching for 2 or 3 weeks for a new deal, just something that I knew that would make money, and I put on my daily calendar, find a can't miss opportunity. And this was independent of telling anybody. I'm pretty quiet on the down low. I don't like to talk publicly about what I'm doing too much. But that was my own personal thing. I kept saying, because I look at offers all the time, just being kind of in internet marketing or just following the trend of internet marketing. I see stuff in my inbox all day long about a new launch or something. And I kept, seeing that on my daily task, find a can't miss opportunity. I'm searching and searching and searching. And about 2 weeks into that daily reminder coming up, I don't know if it was marketing, I don't know where it came from, but I saw Penny Matrix was available, and I looked into the compensation plan and the fact that it was $7, and my first thought was, I could sell a $7 program better than anything else I've done, because at $7, anybody can do it. Anybody that I know has $7 in their bank account, and so that was in the back of my mind. And my next step was find a team that I could work with, because the team is kind of important, because if you got a team that will lead you right in the right direction, you can have a lot more success quickly, and just guide you on what to do next. And so I don't know what it was. Mike moved to Texas from Georgia, and we become good friends. And he approaches me the next day without me saying a word, and he goes, "Hey, I found out this Penny Matrix business, and I'm signing up with this recruiter brought me in." I was like, are you kidding me? I found the same business, and I was going to start looking for a team. He goes, "Oh, and they have an amazing team. The guy I'm joining with is Charles. He's up in Canada, and he's a leader. He's made money in other businesses, and he does really well." And I couldn't believe it. I signed with Mike on the spot when I heard that, because it was just too much confirmation to me that I would miss out if I didn't. And it's been, great ever since. And you can talk to Mike. Mike and I both couldn't recruit in any other business we were in. And right now we're building a big team. I have 36 or 37 on my team now. That's not all my directs, but that's my directs. And then the people on my team have also brought in a lot of people. And then Mike's brought in about 6 or 7 directs, and then his team is at 45 or maybe almost 50 right now. And so that's success that we both have never had. But the fact that we could, start with our people closest to us, friends and family, hey, $7, get in. There's a whole team from Philippines that are about to join us after we're all in, and so you don't want to miss this. It's been the easiest sell ever, and it's not even a sell. It's like, and somebody doesn't want to do it. I definitely don't push people because I'm there to benefit them. It doesn't matter to me if they sign up or not as far as what I'm trying to build. I really want some people in because I know they'll do well with us, and so it's just been an amazing ride so far. It's been about a little over a month now, and like I said, I know I've never had success recruiting anybody in anything, and so this has been a fast start for us, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. And I'm glad, Charles. We talk to Charles daily on Hangouts, and he has definitely been leading us in the right path. And so, anyway, I'd hand it over to Trent. Let him say some final words as well.
Yeah, definitely, Raul. It's just so invigorating to have the leadership that we have, and Charles is the main person I'm talking about. And Tracy's there and all, but we don't have much communication, but it goes back to what you said, Raul, about you're here to help the people you talk about this business, and that's the way a business should be built is you're looking out for the benefit of the people. And this whole thing has just been so truthful with integrity the whole way. And then as Charles, how you just laid it on us with the news. It's like they have Tracy and everybody. We all have written goals. Like it brings back to that memory about Toyota. Toyota has 100-year written goals, and that's why they're so successful because they got a plan, their structure. So it pumps me up even more knowing about what's coming and that we all can do our part to make this thing run smoother, and we all can do our part. So it's just pretty awesome that this thing is gonna grow. Like we're all certain about it now, and now as we talk to people, that certainty projects over to them, and that's how our teams are building. That's without even buying paid signups here, that's how I can get people to just take action with this thing, and it won't stop. It'll go third world, and then it could be I believe it's the biggest thing because Tracy Davidson, he has power in this industry. He knows it, and we have other leaders who can have some pull in this thing. So it's just the plans, the goals are going to spread it virally. And then, we're talking number one team company and the whole damn thing. So let's go get it.
Yep. Ian, do you want to say any final words as well?
Oh yeah, I'm very happy to be a part of Team Blaze. As stated, Mike and I was in another internet marketing business, and I was getting overwhelmed with it because I wasn't really seeing results. So Mike contacted me. He said, "Ian, would you be interested in something else? It's only $7 a month." So I said, yeah, I'm open to it, and I joined. I took Mike's advice and I joined, and I'm starting to see results as we speak. So I'm happy to be on the team, and I look forward to us growing as a team.
Awesome. All right, Mike or Charles, y'all want to lead us out of this and say any final words?
I'll just say one thing really quickly, and then you guys can finish. I just crossed 437 people in my matrix since June 15th, and it's the 11th, 12th. It's now the 12th of August, and I've already made $200 in commissions this month. So it shows you what's possible in not even 2 months. And we haven't even gotten our paid signups. We have one guy, oh yeah, I don't think you guys know yet, who wants to buy $7,000 worth of paid signups right below me. To get 775 paid signups or something like that. It's not finalized yet, but if that happens, 2,000 of the 10,000 paid signups are going to be below Poseidon, my team, which means you're going to get most of the growth. 20% of the entire call center is going to be below me, which means a lot of it's going to be below you because Mike is my first generation. He's basically right near the top. Right, I'm signed up under the CEO and co-founder of Team Tsunami, and then there's Mike. right? So
Awesome.
I'll let you know if that happens. I'm also doing all the orders for our entire team, even if they're within Poseidon or not. So I know exactly what's going on. I know we have 2,500 left, and I have several people that are going to be buying 100 tomorrow. So we could be sold out by like Tuesday.
So is Western Union the best way to do it still? Because we haven't.
Oh yeah. So I didn't tell you this yet either. So Western Union and MoneyGram are the best ways to pay. They'll be given priority order. But now we have our Las Vegas Wells Fargo bank account set up. So if you're in the United States, you can send bank wire transfer directly to the bank if you're not comfortable with Western Union or MoneyGram. And we're still working on Payza. As soon as Payza is ready, I'll let you know. Okay, so we have 4 options going forward.
Right on. Because I know Payza, I guess it doesn't apply in Texas. So Western
Right.
Union is still there.
Yeah, so that's not good for you. What I am going to do is I haven't had time yet. I'm going to write down everything that Tracy and I talked about, and I'm going to create another video. I'm going to do it solo, and I'm just going to tell everyone exactly what happened. A lot of the stuff I said tonight, no one knows except for you guys now. So Tsunami Blaze is ahead of the curve, which is
Yeah.
great. I better rewatch what I said so I know what I told you guys.
Charles, that video you posted, that first Team Blaze hangout, that's the one, the long one that I need to watch. Or see what I missed.
I posted a Poseidon link. That Team Blaze one is this one. So
Oh.
after, say, half an hour after this is over, then you'll be able to click on that YouTube link and watch it. Okay?
Right
When you
on.
do a live to air, it automatically creates a YouTube link so that people don't need to have a Gmail account to watch whatever we're talking about. So this is live streaming to YouTube right now.
Okay.
Okay?
And I just have to say, this is awesome because we're helping people to create long-term income and to be successful. Like, and to do that for family and friends for the first time ever, it's just awesome. Um, to to be a part of helping somebody else change their life and their income, so that they
Right,
can
Mike.
have freedom.
And it goes back to what Team Tsunami is built off of. I mean, Penny Matrix is what our foundation is, but to keep the vision is to keep everything fresh, and with all the advancements that are already in mind, already on paper, it's going to keep everything fresh because, exponential growth only lasts so long, but as you're diving into other things and really diversifying, this is a lifelong thing that's the vision, I believe. So we're going to be a group of entrepreneurs all together that can move mountains and can just transfer money, teams, anything that we can put our heads to. Call it a mastermind. It's just a giant movement.
Yeah, I want to congratulate Mike, Raul, and Trent, and Ian for creating the first ever Tsunami Blaze training. You guys are the first sub team that have done a hangout, so thank you for organizing yourselves. And that's about it. Thank you for having me. It's been fun.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Charles. for stopping
Charles.
by.
Thank
Thanks.
you, Charles.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Charles.
Mike, Charles, Ian, Trent, everybody.
Thanks, Ron.